Hello everyone, it is me again, Penguin21, and today, well, honestly, I think we're just going to take a look at this, because there's a lot of salt flowing around for the good old Starfield, because Starfield has now officially released, and, well, not officially, but Starfield is officially out and into the public domain and public ire, and everyone wants a piece of it, including myself, apparently. So again, I've recorded this at least 3 or 4 times, like, already, because I am always inconsistent when it comes to these sorts of Twitter videos, because I hate it. The thing that I get is that whenever I do one of these things, my thing that I do is I get all tweets together, and by the time that I do that, I don't even want to sit down and write the video or even talk over the stuff, because quite honestly, it's just so fucking baffling to me how dumb some of these takes are. So I'm just gonna go through a few of them then, because there's a lot to really kind of talk about here. So I think the first and foremost big thing that we're going to be hearing about a lot is the fact that the reviews of this are probably going to be all over the place. Now, in all honesty, one of the big things with these views is that the original take of how this kind of went the week before essentially was, oh no, Starfield people didn't get review codes for Starfield. This includes people like The Guardian, Eurogamer, and Metro, and a few other people that didn't get it. Even the good man himself, Reforged Gaming, was scoffing at the audacity to have not gotten a review code for the game. He didn't qualify, apparently. I don't have the quick clip for that because it's kind of lost in the Twitter feed right now, but if anyone has it, please link it in the description, as that was a really good clip, because you can really see the sheer amount of just shock and awe on this man's face. Quite interesting. But yeah, I think that's like one of the bigger things really there. And then when the actual stuff was released, it got an 80, and some people gave it 7 out of 10s and stuff. One in particular, IGN, was gotten lambasted over the entire thing because of that whole situation. But to be fair, they are also the ones who gave this a 6 out of 10 to the One Piece movie for, quote, following the source material. What? That's one of the big reasons why IGN is not the most reliable source, as they tend to rate various games very differently depending on the editor and depending on opinions. Quite interesting how they rated the Netflix, I think it's a movie. I don't know if it's the movie or if it's a small TV show. I forget the specifics of the One Piece live action thing, but from what I've heard, that sounds like a positive. Like, full stop. That sounds like an actual positive thing. If they're basically taking the manga and the anime and taking some of the major plot points and cutting out some of the bullshit, at least some of the stuff that I personally think is bullshit, be very clear, One Piece is an amazing anime, and this is not a One Piece thing, this is just a small rant. If you like it, good. I cannot get into it because of the fact that there are over, like, nearly 2,000 episodes of the thing. And I'm fine. I don't want that type of time commitment, but from what I've seen, excellent stuff. Like, full-on 10 out of 10. If that's your shit, that, like, I understand exactly why you like that, because that's my shit too. But the One Piece movie following the source material, don't you think that that's kind of a thing? Okay. In any case, there are a few other people out there. Of course, one of the things I wanted to talk about was J-Dub and how he actually ran a poll on his actual Starfield thing, where he's like, oh, is Starfield a 10 out of 10 being Game of the Year? And 37% of people were like, yeah, it's going to be Game of the Year. And if I remember correctly, this was done before Starfield's official full release. So I guess that I'm not sure how that number has skewed at all, but whatever. And then I will say there is the cringiest Nicola face you will probably ever see on the internet. If I had to witness that, you did too. Don't lie. What the fuck? Bruh. I don't know. Put it away. Bad. But obviously, there's a few other things out there for it. I think one of the biggest things that we're probably going to talk about this week, and probably going to talk about the rest of the time here, is that not only do I have a dedicated folder to this, but King Thrash essentially got fucking roasted to bollocks and back because of the fact that he thought you could land on gas giants. Now, again, one of, if not the biggest things that a lot of people were talking about here would be that in terms of who did it. Because not only did he decide to make this comment and get a note that said, hey, yeah, by the way, these are gas giants, you can't land on them because that would be fucking impossible. Then there was also a doubling down, saying that there was no things such as jetpacks or using mind control to make aliens pets, and then got completely fucking mauled again because of the fact that not only did he get ratioed by the comments in that content, but he also then got another, note to it saying that, yeah, there is such a thing as jetpacks in space. Because here's the thing, Mr. Thrash. If we can make water jetpacks on Earth with Earth's gravity, yes, in very small microgravity, you can make a lot more. But more often than that, there was actually an article written about Starfield and how the Starfield hater becomes the laughingstock after the basic astronomy blunder. And there was then also some more people that decided to defend him. With this one in particular that I pulled here, being that it was actually not about Starfield, not about his non-understanding of basic high school or even elementary level astronomy, but that it was because of his race. It is so weird how there can always be a worse take whenever you look into these things. It's wild. I remember that there was an actual astrophysicist or something like that, where he was like, no, this person's actually really smart and stuff like that. But then also, what else he did here is apparently he knows what a star is. He had someone saying oh, why can't you go onto this planet and do that? And that's obviously a joke because he's showing the picture of a star. And he says, that's not a star. You should be able to fly around its surface. What? Excuse me? Oh, but you think that that's all? No, there's a doubling down of, yeah, they don't let you explore the surface of the sun either, crying. And he's like, why not? Because you'll fucking die. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. He then goes on to say, not understand basic game design, and shows how the first and third person cameras are not the same, because you should be able to be holding it up in front of you and not down to your side, without realizing the implication that that was the same thing in Fallout, and I'm fairly certain that was the same thing in Skyrim if you look from third person. You're not holding the sword up to your face like you would in an actual video game. They're holding it down to their side, at least in terms of the player model. Same thing happened in Fallout 4, the exact same type of situation, where in third person, you'd be holding it down running like this, and you wouldn't be, I don't think that you'd be holding it out in front of you. Or would you? I don't remember the specifics of Fallout 4. Maybe I were wrong. If I am wrong, I stand wildly corrected if I am corrected in the comments. I stand corrected on that. I will admit I might be wrong because my memory about that is fuzzy. But as far as I'm aware, I think that that's how that works, where you have the thing on where you're holding it down by that. But tell me you don't know about how game design works without telling me you don't know how game design works. But I think the funniest example, the more recent of King Thrash's Starfield hatred, is this clip where he says, this is how NPCs die in Starfield. and then followed by this clip of him. Essentially, in the intro of the game, using a mining laser to kill an NPC, quote unquote. And the NPC dies and then gets back up. Again, it's one of those things where you think that you would understand basic game design and think that, like, oh, they did this so that way you don't immediately kill the NPCs. And they made them temporarily immortal because of simple game design mechanics. Because they don't want you to kill the NPCs in the very intro of the game for right now. Basic game design, trash. Basic game design. That's how it works. The fact that you can kill NPCs at all is hilarious, because in most Sony games, you can't. In fact, I think in a lot of the Sony games, you can't. In a lot of games, you can't. Like, ever tried to kill some people in Call of Duty? Like, they'll basically say, oh, you failed the mission in this context. Have you ever tried to kill an NPC in any of Sony's games? No, because you can't. Anyway, that's the King Thrash portion over, and I think that'll do it for this video. This one's going to be like a smaller one. I'm probably just going to flash up some of the tweets that I have, because quite honestly, I don't think that this deserves any more thing to it, because I'm busy playing Starfield at this point, because someone decided to buy me the $100 version as a gift, because they're awesome, and I love them, and they're hilarious, and they're great. I'm not gay. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, if you liked what I had to say about the game, and maybe I'll make a full-on review, if it's not out already, but I'll make a full-on review when I have more official things and when the game actually launches, because more people will get it. By the way, also, even though this is the pre-period of this, it already has 200,000 players. Just wanted to point that out. At the time of at least recording this, is like the peak concurrent players was 200K, 230 plus thousand people, by the way, 230 plus thousand people. Wanted to just mention that. But if you like what it is that I do, you want to support me in any way, shape, or form, links down in the description to the Patreon, as well as please like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and do all the things and all the YouTubes and stuff like to do. I also produce music. F Sound is currently out on Bandcamp, and I'm hoping to try to see if I can get it on Spotify or any other place that you can stream or look at the game, because I don't know how to do that. But, yeah, anyway, if you like what it is that I do, again, links down to everything, my socials and stuff, down in the description below. My name is GamePenguin21, Starfield, actually pretty decent, and an 80 plus is nothing to sneeze at. And a peace. Off.